Planning for the unexpected isn't always easy, but having the right legal documents in place can make all the difference. Amanda Gilbert-Largett, managing attorney of Legacy Law Partners in North Haven, joining us now to explain what everyone should have before an emergency. Amanda, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
This is something a lot of people don't want to think about, right? But it's so important. If something unexpected does happen, what do people need to have in place?
Absolutely. So a lot of people assume their spouse, their kids just automatically have the right to make certain decisions for them. And unfortunately, legally, that's not the case. So we need to make sure that you've thought through who can make certain decisions for you. A lot of people, again, they don't realize our probate courts also get involved in that situation. And when medical emergencies arise, you don't have time to get probate court involved. You need clear instructions so that your family can honor your wishes.
Now, I know you say one document isn't necessarily enough here. There are several different healthcare documents that are needed for this.
Absolutely. I recommend that everybody have a healthcare power of attorney. That's the document that's going to say, if I can't consent to treatments, medications, procedures, things like that, here's the person that I would name to do that for me. That's going to work hand in hand with something that's called a HIPAA authorization. We've all heard our doctors throw that term around, but HIPAA says your medical information is private and confidential, so you need to authorize individuals to be able to communicate your medical wishes. And then we should also consider a living will. Very different from a DNR. Those two terms get confused a lot. But a living will is the document that says if something were to happen to me and my condition became terminal, irreversible, and then a persistent vegetative state, here's what life-prolonging procedures I would want withheld, or the alternative that here's what I would want you to keep doing if that situation pops up.
Okay, now you may have touched on this already, but what is the biggest misconception, do you think, when it comes to healthcare planning like this?
I think most people think that you only have to worry about it when you get older. But I always tell people anybody over the age of 18 really needs to start thinking about this. And we find a lot of parents talk to us and right before the kids are going to school, right? Your kid's 18 years old, they're an adult now. If something were to happen at school, who's going to make decisions for them? Who has the ability to talk to the doctor? So it's really anybody over the age of 18, making sure that you've got a good healthcare advocate for you. Okay,
now where's the best place to get started in people who want to start preparing better for emergencies? What's the best first step?
Absolutely. Sit down with your estate planning attorney. It's something that, again, you hear that term estate plan, and estate plan is really referring to a plan that protects you during multiple times of life, whether you're incapacitated and you need to think out those decisions, or it is wills versus trusts. So sit down with an estate planning attorney, give them some input on who you would trust to make these decisions for you. You don't want that to be the probate court, and you don't want your family to have to struggle during emergency situations.
Great advice. And I know at Legacy Law, you do all things estate planning. Tell us a bit about your firm. I know woman-founded, a lot of women work there, and you guys really do great things in the community.
Absolutely. So we are an all-women-owned business in North Haven, primarily focusing on estate planning. And we love to educate the community. We like to offer free events so that people can come hear more. There's a lot of videos out there that you can find with a lot of information out there, and we want to make sure that we're able to give you information that's actually helpful and not overwhelming.
Great. And you mentioned some events, so let's talk about two of them. Exciting stuff here. So at the E.C. Scranton Memorial Library in Madison on August 18th, 6 p.m., there's an estate planning seminar. So that's great. Who would benefit from this event?
Anybody who's looking to just hear a little bit more about what estate planning is and what it does. You've heard the terms maybe, you're not entirely sure what it is that's going to benefit you. We're just going to make it a very estate planning 101 conversation, something very easy so you walk away with knowing, again, what would benefit your family.
Wonderful. And for our maybe Waterbury viewers, you have a great event there, Lunch and Learn at the Waterbury Senior Center. That is October 19th at 12:30 p.m. Tell us about this event.
Absolutely. Again, another free event, but education is really important to us. So we want to make sure that we're hitting a lot of different areas in the state so that we can make this more accessible for everybody to hear a little bit more.
Wonderful. Well, Amanda, thanks so much for the great tips. If you guys would like to learn more about those events, about Legacy Law, you can head to legacylawpartners.com. There is the phone number as well. We'll have all the details for you on our website, WTNH.com. I'll be right back.